Hello Pisces, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Blazer the Morkie is not with me today. He's with the other family members right now. So I doubt he'll make a cameo, but hopefully he'll be back next time. I am bringing you your January monthly reading. So today we're going to pull your overall energy. We're going to do the yummy Celtic cross spread that lets us go in deep and see what's going on for our lovely Pisces for January. And then we'll close it off with an oracle card for the Piscean collective. Always keeping in mind, these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, or north node readings for additional context and texture. And then also be sure to check out the description below if you'd like a personal reading to connect with me on social media. It's going to be an amazing year. I'm going to be doing new things, so please do make sure you get connected in with me. And Pisces, let's get started here. Whew. All right. I just did the other two water signs right before you, and I gotta say, you're coming in and it kind of feels like a breath of fresh air. Those readings were a little heavy, and I'm feeling a little bit better here in your reading right now. A little bit lighter energy maybe for you in January, and I'm sure that's welcome for some of you there. So coming out brand new and Pisces fresh for 2025. You got fellow travelers. Support is all around you, Pisces. Maybe that's one of the things that has you feeling really good and fortunate with where you're at. For your current energies, you're showing me the King of Swords, and the challenge position for this is the Queen of Swords. So you have the King and the Queen. Maybe some of you have been in quite an active state and you're looking to tone it down a bit or being a little more subtle about things perhaps. You could be quieting your mind more or wanting to quiet your mind. Maybe some of you have been suffering like paralysis by analysis and you're just trying to have a breather, you're just trying to have a break. Or there's just some way that you've had to be super on point, super headstrong, super in the spotlight, super showing up. And then the Queen comes in and says, no, let's relax it a little, Pisces. Let's get back into that Piscean flow. And so for some reason right now, maybe it has to do with a job or something like that, some sort of challenge or training or class that you're taking. You're kind of one way, but there's a pull to soften that. That is what I get. For your needed focus area, you get the Queen of Wands. Really aligning with your passion, your desire, and what you're meant to do in the world. What mark are you meant to leave? What mark are you meant to leave? How are you meant to live in the world? And really illuminating that. There's something very sunny about this card that I feel. I almost feel like I could be looking at the Sun card as well here. This is an energy that brings me happiness when I look at it and it's your needed focus. So maybe you're focusing on your own happiness or the supportive people around you or your passions and desires. Maybe they've taken a back burner because you've been so up in your mind or working on another job or something and you're wanting to get back to that. In the past, you're leaving behind the Seven of Pentacles, a stage of growth for you perhaps, where it was kind of slow growing, right? Or slow going. And it looks like you're coming out of that. I think it was an important part of where you were at. Some of you may have felt like your finances were in a bit of a slow kind of, grudging along, not really making a lot of momentum. In the future energies, you're moving into the Ace of Cups, the beautiful overflowing fountain of your heart that when you are in your full Pisces energy, that fountain is flowing and flowing endlessly, and people can come and take a cup of water and there's always more. Like there's the spring, the natural spring underneath that feeds this beautiful nature fountain here. That is you. That is you and your heart's desires and what you want to be doing. And then in your place of empowerment, in your place of power and embodiment, the Magician. You may be experimenting with some things. You may be utilizing different tools. This particular magician is holding both the cup and the sword, but the sword is down and the cup is up. So Pisces, I feel like for a lot of you coming into January, you're coming out of maybe having been in school, maybe your semester's over for some of you, or you're taking a class or something and you had to put a lot of mental energy behind something. Could be your job too, and now you're getting a vacation. And you're kind of coming back into this cups energy, coming back into the emotions, into the heart, into the flow, and it's feeling pretty good. In your support and allies, you get the Four of Wands. Again, you got the overall energy that support is all around you, and I feel like there's people with you here contributing to your stability. But it's from a place of happiness. It's not from a place of, we've got to do this. We've got to like buckle down and do this kind of energy, and we've got to think about this, and then we've got to think about that. No, this is more of aligning with the passions. Some of you could be working on your home space in January and redecorating or doing something nice around your home, something you've been meaning to do. In your environment, you get the Five of Cups. I feel like you're looking upon someone else in your life that is sad. And I think you have some feelings for them, you know, like maybe pity. You kind of pity their circumstance, even though they chose it, or you wish you could help them. I do see you holding back from helping them though, because it has to be their own journey here. So I see you looking upon them, wishing you could help, but knowing that you can't. So possibly someone in your environment is going through a really rough time, emotionally speaking. In your hopes and fears, you have the Two of Pentacles. You really want to get momentum behind something, Pisces, here. Now, this could be just momentum behind your natural flow in life and how you are and who you are. It could be behind a new venture. But you're really hoping that you have like the power and the electricity and the what's the word? I almost want to say veracity to do it. So you could be planning something big here, Pisces. Planning something big. And in the potential outcome, you get the Eight of Pentacles. This is work, endeavoring work. And putting the time into something, having attention to detail with something. Again, that kind of carries me a little bit back into the mental space that I think you're trying to balance out here. So let's see, let's get some clarifiers. Let's start with this King of Swords that you're showing me right off the bat here. Whew, there's that Five of Cups again. The King of Swords is clarified by the Five of Cups and the King of Cups. For some of you, this could be a father figure that's struggling with these two kings here. Yeah, I feel like right now you're looking at someone and they're struggling, and it appears to be a masculine character that's struggling here. I think this person is probably a lot stronger than they think they are, or maybe you're telling me, I'm sensing in your energies that you see some potential in them that is really beautiful and really powerful, but I don't think they're probably living up to it, or they haven't connected with that themselves yet. I mean, you are so intuitive, you're probably picking up on it. It's probably pretty easy for you to see. And it's probably pretty easy for you to encourage, but I think that's the challenge right now. I think you've probably tried to encourage this person and it hasn't worked. And so there may be this energy of a bit of sadness because you know you got to let go and let them figure it out. Let them step into their king energies here. But I think this has been on your mind. I think that maybe some of you have been exhausted by this type of mental energy. Some of you may have had a particularly difficult professor that you were dealing with, or just a father figure, someone in your life that was testing you and working on your nerves and your patience. In the challenge with the Queen here, so we want to soften. We want to feel more. We got the Three of Swords, which is pain. But I think this is good pain because it comes along with the star. So the pain that you process here of maybe this is your decision to let go of the person or the situation or even the program you've been working on, because you want to do things more softly, more gently, more flowy, more aligned with your wishes. And for others of you, you could just be challenged with, okay, I'm feeling good about this and I'm doing my healing and I'm looking at my pain and I'm overcoming, but I'm worried my partner won't. I'm worried this masculine energy in my life won't. Or that's the energy you're working on healing to do with that person, perhaps. So it's looking pretty good for you, though. You're bringing in Aquarian energy with the star. The things are lightening, things are lifting out of that heavy pain of the heart and into more of a gentle journey that is still just as clear as before, but more aligned with your energies, your natural energies. For the Queen of Wands, you get the King of Pentacles and the Four of Swords in your needed focus. Yeah, you have endeavored, and you have, from this King of Pentacles, I see that you're grounded in and committed to doing some healing work. And so as you do healing work, what happens is sometimes there's obvious things in your healing and you're like, I definitely need to heal that relationship with my father or that issue with my professor or whatever it is, right? These things will show up and some of them are very obvious. But what I sense here with this Queen of Wands is that others of them are beneath the surface, are like those little hot embers that would still like catch fire if you let them. So you're going on quite an undertaking here. Some of you may be spending January really focused on, you could be going to talk to a counselor or a mentor. You could be really making that a priority for the new year because you don't want to carry such heavy energies going into 2025 and further, right? Let's look at, and I'm really hungry right now. I'm just going to say, I think you're really hungry for something new because like I'm getting like hunger pains and I shouldn't. I mean, I've eaten today, but like there's some hunger in Pisces. Pisces the piranha is gonna come out maybe. For the Seven of Pentacles, for what you're leaving in the past, you get the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is a different Ace of Cups than in your future here. This Ace of Cups, I feel that it was not fed by an eternal spring like this new one here. And perhaps because of someone you were around, a relationship you were in, or someone was holding you back, or just not recognizing your gifts, talents, and abilities. Oh, I think you're letting something go. Some of you could be changing majors if you're a college student. You're definitely letting something go that did not fill you up, but you're moving into being fulfilled. And I feel like this is maybe has felt like you've known this for a while, but it's taken you the time to get a good strategy in place to actually make this move and possibly even do this level of healing that you're doing here. But it's like, you know, it's time now. You know, this is what you want. Oh boy. In this future Ace of Cups that I do get the overflow with, that beautiful overflow is coming in. It's being fed by the eternal spring and you are on top of the world. Everything is golden, okay? And in comes this devil energy. We got the devil card, Capricorn energy. No offense to the Cappies out there. The devil can be a really good teacher for us, right? And the Four of Cups. I think somebody's going to come in and make you an offer. I don't think you're going to take that offer. So I don't know if this is someone you're trying to let go, if this is this masculine energy. I don't know if someone's going to try to convince you to come back to their program or come back and do something again. I do not see you being open to that. I don't see it being aligned with your heart, and I don't see it filling your cup. And so I see you saying, nope, no thank you. I don't want anything to do with that. And perhaps that's because you are feeling the flow of that fountain and it just is something that doesn't feel aligned. Maybe it sounds good on the surface. For some of you, it could be an offer that sounds really good on the surface, whether it be a relationship or a job or something like that. Could be anything here, but it's the way you feel about it. And if you feel like it's going to misalign you and send you back into the energies of the dried up cup and you're putting in all of this attention and nurturing and everything and you're really not getting much out of it, I just don't see you doing it again. Let's look at this Magician in your place of empowerment. The King of Swords and the King of Wands. A lot of royalty showing up here, a lot of mastery coming in. Very interesting. So the Magician wasn't actually grabbing on to one of the wands, but the King of Wands is. So Pisces, you're aligning your true knowledge and wisdom with your passions and desires here. I don't think you've done that before. I don't think you've had the opportunity to truly follow your heart in the way that you're meant to and really take the necessary action. Maybe someone else held you back or made you feel small, but I see you going through the healing to do it here. And for you to step in here in a place of power with the Magician and 2 Kings, that's really, really transformative, beautiful, powerful energy here. It's very clear, it's very crisp, it's very no-nonsense kind of energy. And I think it's to be embraced. Even if you're like, well, gosh, you know, I know that's my place of power, but I don't always feel aligned with it. I think it's because of that missing element of the King of Wands, because in the beginning we had just the King of Swords. But your passion wasn't online with this, with whatever it was, whatever you were trying to do. It wasn't aligned with your passion. And so you had to bring in the passion principle to this, Pisces. I think that's what this is going to be called, the passion principle. And I just dropped a bunch of cards. Passion principle had to be brought into it. Okay, we'll get those here in a little bit. Okay, let's look at this 4 of Wands and your support. Remember, overall, support is all around you. The Queen of Wands and the 6 of Pentacles. So now we have the Queen of Wands to go with your King of Wands there. Somebody around you is providing quite the inspiration, or could be mother energies, feminine energies coming in around you that are supporting you. It seems like what you're healing up has to do with masculine energies, whether they be yours or someone else's. And what's coming in as support is the feminine energies. I feel like somebody is gifting you or giving you something that's helping you get through a certain time. I don't know if this could be maybe a healing session or something has come up for you and you're really it's balancing things out for you. It's really helping you. For those of you who are redecorating, have some fun with that as far as aligning it with your passions. So if you're redecorating your home or you're painting or something like that, really get passionate about the colors and the experience of it and the, you know, just going through it, really having a great time with it. So let's look at your environment. This 5 of Cups, remember I said some of you are dealing with somebody who is just not living up to their full potential. And even though you see it, it's very hard for you to watch them kind of suffer and have to learn their lessons. You get the 7 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. You love and you care about this person. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but for some of you it may be. For some of you, this may be the masculine energy that you're working on healing here, but it's time for you to ramble on. I'm kind of getting that Led Zeppelin song. Your passion principle is igniting here. You're coming online with those passions, and it's hard to hold space for other people when you are really into these passions, especially with people that aren't embracing their own greatness, right? So if you're here, you're embracing your passion, you're aligning with that, you're embracing your greatness, and there's someone here that just is not doing that, it's going to become more and more obvious to you, more and more clear that you may have to continue to pull your energy away from this person or individual, because even though they don't mean to, they could bring you down out of these energies. For the Two of Pentacles, you get the Six of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. Good news there, because this is in your hopes and fears. You're really deciding something big. I think you're going to come into this decision and you're going to get, the wheels are going to be turning on it. It feels like you're coming into it with quite a bit of excitement and a celebratory kind of manner. And again, it's wands, so it's aligned with your passion. You have your passion, you have the support. I can see it in this card of the other wands all around you. You're on the horse here, on top of the world. You've got a wreath, like a trophy wreath, a winning wreath around your wand. It's looking really good. Honestly, I think the only thing that you might fear in here is the unknown of what's it like to have this kind of momentum, to have this kind of flow and be so aligned with my passions. I think that may be the only unknown here, the only fear. For the Eight of Pentacles in the potential outcome, you get the Temperance card and the Ten of Pentacles. With your patience, with your perseverance, with your focus, really being on honing your craft. Now that you're aligned with your passion, bringing it into the physical world somehow. Sagittarius energy shows up here. That can require a little bit of patience while we work on navigating what our true goals are. You definitely want material and financial stability and success. That is important to you here. And you want that, you want to have that with others around you. You want to be a part of a family, a part of a group here. And you want to feel that passionate alignment, your passion principle is honored and secured in these energies, and that's what it's looking like for the outcome. It could mean a changeover in some relationships here, possibly for some of you, but that's the nature of growth and evolution. Okay, let me get these cards. And now that I have all the cards back, Pisces, we're going to pull you a card from the Magical Drum Oracle to close off your reading today. This one. You got number 23, the Noidi on the sled. And hopefully I pronounced that right. And it looks like a reindeer, like on the sled there. And it says, journey ahead, movement forward, endurance, focus on the journey rather than the destination. This could mean you're traveling, or if you're feeling stuck in any kind of situation, there is promise of movement ahead. And that, combined with fellow travelers and you having support around you, you are really primed, Pisces, to align with that passion principle that you're showing me. Very important in January for you to get aligned with your desire. And if you don't know what that is right now, that's okay. Spend some time really thinking about what you're passionate about. You've got healing online here. You're stepping into your heart. Things are looking really nice for you and you're shifting your life around here in a very positive way. But you really want to have that passion alignment come through. That is the number one thing that kept radiating through your reading here. Pisces, thank you so much for joining today. What an amazing reading. It was my pleasure to do it, and I look forward to seeing you at the next one.